Hi, welcome. Now I'm going to show you how to use index and match functions to replace vLookup. Okay, so what I have here is the set of data for a country and sales. Okay, so each country, what is the respective sales? Okay, for totally I have about 247 countries and their respective sales here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to design vLookup first and get the sales for a particular country. For example, I put which is Argentina. Okay, we will put it for Argentina. Okay, so I'm going to define vLookup here to get the Argentina sales. Okay, then I will also use the index match function to get the same sales. Okay, so how can we do this? Okay, let's do for vLookup. Okay, vLookup, what I'm going to do is vLookup. Okay, lookup array. Okay, we are going to do a lookup array. Lookup value, what is the value you are going to look it up? I'm going to look it up the Argentina. Okay, what is the table array you are going to look it into? Where do you want to look it up, the lookup value? In the full table of countries and sales. This is your source data. Okay, but what happens in the vLookup definition, that this lookup value will look it up in the leftmost column of the table array. Okay, we must keep that one in mind. So if you are looking up, because in this case you are looking up for the country, and the country must be in the leftmost column of the table array. Okay, now once you look it up and find this value in the column 1, then which other column value you want to return back? I want to return back the second column value, because I want the sales is in the second column, so I want to return back the column index number is 2, sales. Okay, then range lookup is nothing but how do you want to match the value here with the range? Okay, I want to match, you want to see exactly the Argentina or more or less approximate match is okay for you? No, I want exactly the name Argentina. Okay, then exact match, and close the bracket and enter. You can see here 1220, which is the Argentina sales. Okay, this is the vLookup works in. Okay, now can we able to get the same value for index and match? Yes, it is possible to get the same value. Before that, we must understand how the functions match and index works. Okay, now match will bring the exactly the position of a particular given value in an array. Okay, that means if you define this as the country name, right? Okay, this is the country name, country list. The Abkhazia, Georgia is in the first position. So if you apply match for this lookup value, it will tell you what is the position this name is in. Okay, so let's do match. Okay, lookup value, what is the lookup value? I want to look it up this country. Okay, where do I want to look it up? In the lookup array, which is the country list. From first to the last is Zimbabwe, which is the 247th record, not 248th. Okay, the position is 247 because we are not including the header. So Abkhazia, Georgia is the first position record. Okay, and what is the match type? As usual, I want an exact match, which is a 0 here. Okay, so if you give a given country name, it will bring what is the position of this country in the country list. Okay, this is the way match works. Match always brings the relative position, in which position it is, the record is in, the name is in the list. Okay, we will do it for Afghanistan. Match lookup value is this, the country name, and where do you want to look up array is full country name. And what kind of match you want to match it? 0 exact match, which is the second record. Afghanistan is the second record in the country list. We are not including the header, so keep in mind Georgia is the first record, Afghanistan is the second value in their list. Okay, for Albania, instead of Albania we will go for the lost record, probably Zimbabwe, which is 247th record. Okay, match. What is the lookup value this time? Is Zimbabwe. Where do you want to look it up? In the country list. Okay, now what kind of match you want to do it? I want an exact match. Enter. You can see 247. This is nothing but Zimbabwe is 247th record. 248 minus 1 header, which is 247th record. Okay, this is the way match helps us to bring the relative position. Okay, once you know the relative position of a country, for example Argentina, maybe it will bring, match will bring what, 12th position. Okay, once you know the relative position of country name in the country list, now what is the index function? Index function is quite opposite of match. If you give the position, it will give the value. Okay, so index. Okay, what I am going to do, I am going to give the array. Which array you are looking into? I am looking into the country array. Okay, and what is the position you want me to look into? Look into the position which is stated here in cell D11. Close. So it gives the value now. If you give the match, if you give the name, it will give the position. Index, if you give the position, it will give the name. Okay, so this is very interesting for 2. We'll do one more example. Index, you give the array. Which array you are looking into? I look into the country array. Okay, what is the number you want to bring it out? The position 2. Enter. Afghanistan. Okay, now for 247 Zimbabwe. Okay, the same thing. Index, what is the array? Country array. The value is this value, 247. Enter. You got Zimbabwe. Okay, so match gives the position number, whereas index gives the actual value if you give the position. Okay, now we will do small trick here for Argentina. Okay, what is the match value? Match gives the, for Argentina, 12. Okay, the position of Argentina in the country list. Okay, we bring this 12. Okay, we bring this 12. It gives, for the index will give a name Argentina if we look it in the country, but instead of in the country list, what we are going to do, this is where the Argentina, right? we look it in the sales array, what will happen? Instead of we look it in the country list, it will bring back the same name. Instead I want to look it in the sales array, the same position. What will happen? It will bring the sales. That's all. Okay, so because Argentina, we look it in the country list, match will give you the position. Using that position, use the index function to look it for the value in the sales list. That's it. Okay, you got 1220. That's what we are going to do now. So index. Okay, before we match first, match of lookup value is Argentina. This value lookup array is the country list. Okay, what kind of match you want? I want an exact match. Close it. This will bring the position now. Okay, so I am going to write an index function. Which array I am going to look into? Sales array. And the position is the where the match brought the position, that position. Okay, that position is nothing but Argentina's position in the country list. We are again passing that position into the sales array and use the index to bring the value. Okay, 1220. Okay, probably I will make this one as Argentina as data valid as a list box. Any value list, the source list is from here to here. Full country list. I am just introducing a list box there, so that we will check for any value, Australia, any country, Bahrain. Both vLookup and index match functions combination also brings the same sales amount. Okay, this way you can replace vLookup with the function index match. Okay, actually it's two functions, index function and match function. Okay, so I hope this example is clear to you, and this will be a good starting point for you to replace vLookups if you want to have index and match. It's very well possible, because some of the places vLookup as a restriction. It has to look for the leftmost table array, as well as it has to be a column wise vertical lookup. And if you want to go for a horizontal, you must go for a horizontal lookup. All those restrictions, but you can use index and match to do any kind of table. Okay, if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and give your suggestions and comments, and God bless you.